Good afternoon, everybody. JDev has returned once again to give you exactly what you want. Of course, that'd be more of me, that amazing backdrop that always seems to be behind me, giving you my thoughts, my opinions, and what I hope will be some expert analysis on a certain topic subject. Of course, I'm here to give my final thoughts, so to speak, on UFC 241, what I thought of the event, and maybe even score the event. So I predicted 3 fights. I only got one of the 3 right. Hey, I guess I'm wrong every once in a while. But let's talk about those fights. So we had the fight of the night, which was in the middleweight division, Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa. Really good fight. Haymakers galore. I gave it 2-1 to Costa, and that's what the judges did too. The fans booed the decision. Romero didn't have enough volume to win that fight. I don't see why you would boo that fight. They left it all in the octagon. That was a slugfest. Both guys went down one time, and it was an entertaining fight. Now, I'm not sure what Romero was doing with sticking his tongue out in the second and third round every time he got punched in the face, but it was kind of funny when he get clocked, and I don't know. But so Costa wins the fight, and potentially a title shot is on the horizon for him, taking on the winner of Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker. We shall see. Yoel Romero, even in a loss, he looked great in that fight, and I hope he gets a good fight next. I'm not sure who would be a good opponent for him next, because he's kind of fought a lot of people in the division, but I'm sure they can muster up something. So that was obviously the fight of the night. And then next we have in the welterweight division, Nate Diaz returning to the octagon against Anthony Showtime Pettis. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I've always thought that Anthony Pettis was kind of an overrated fighter. Yeah, he has some great highlight reel finishes, but with submissions and then that kick he did against Benson Henderson. But I didn't think there was a chance that Anthony Pettis was going to win this fight. And Nate Diaz returned and didn't look like he missed a beat. Dominated Showtime Pettis. Almost finished him, and I don't know. I'm not sure Mike Beltran should have stopped that fight at one point. I couldn't see because they didn't show a different angle, but when he had the 3 knees and then Pettis went down, I don't know. I thought he was out there, but props to Pettis for at least finishing the fight. I think he got a little, his plans or his fight strategy had to change in the 3rd round, because at the beginning of the round, they both kicked each other and he hurt his right foot. But before that, Diaz was winning the fight, dominating the fight, and it was a good showing by Nate Diaz. And then he actually called out Jorge Masvidal, and he wanted to defend his baddest motherfucker around title against Jorge Masvidal, which that's pretty interesting. But I think that'll be a good fight. I mean, obviously we'd rather see Conor McGregor because he's a bigger draw against Nate Diaz. But I mean, I guess if it's a good fight, Masvidal versus Diaz, I'm up for it. As long as they put on a show, I'm game. But great performance by Nate Diaz. I don't really like him necessarily, but you got to respect the man's talents because he is pretty fucking awesome. And then, of course, next we have in the heavyweight division, Stipe Miocic versus Daniel D.C. Cormier for the heavyweight title. And I'm shocked. Why? Because Daniel Cormier, in some people's opinion, won 3 rounds. Or it's 2-1 going into the 4th round. Dominated the 1st round, D.C., and I argue that you almost, now I don't know if all of you guys did this or not, but I scored the rounds. I think DC won the 1st round 10-8. I think that was a 10-8 round, because Stipe, all he really did was get some leg kicks. DC got the punches in, had him on his back the whole round, like the last half of the round, or almost last half. And I don't know. I give DC a 10-8 1st round. 2nd round. 3rd round was a little bit more closer, but you could arguably give it to DC as well. So DC's up 3-1 going in the 4th round, and then Stipe changes his strategy and starts doing body shots with the left hook. And it was taking its toll on DC. And at one point, he got him, and DC kind of winks back against the cage. And then Stipe unloaded and actually finished Daniel Cormier. I would have never thought that would happen, but DC apparently has some bad luck at the Honda Center in Anaheim, because that's where John Jones finished him. Of course, that fight never happened now because it's a no contest, but it is what it is. He got head kicked and was fucking dazed, and Jones came at him. But what a performance by Stipe to come from way behind. Daniel Cormier looked great. I mean, they talk about retirement for Daniel Cormier. he looked fucking awesome. He just didn't follow the game plan. You know, he should have used his wrestling more, but he was just connecting with his boxing over and over again. And Stipe had no answer, really. I mean, he was tagging him left and right. And I'm shocked. I didn't think there was a chance in hell that Stipe was going to win that fight just because of how dominant Daniel Cormier's been, you know, fighting heavyweights in the years. And I just don't think he utilized his wrestling enough. And he even said, he's like, I'm mad at myself. I didn't listen to my coaches. But, I mean, the boxing was there. He was tagging Stipe. You look at Stipe's face at the end of the fight. Didn't look too pretty. But all in all, with those 3 fights, it was a pretty entertaining card. Next we have UFC 242 in Abu Dhabi. Dustin Poirier versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, or Habib Nurmagomedov. I hear it pronounced different ways. I'm not sure where to go in that fight yet. I think Khabib will win, but I'm not positive on that. We shall see. I'm really looking forward to September 14th, Justin Gaethje versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. That will be amazing. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the fights. I mean, if I had to score the card itself, I would give this a 9 out of 10. I would say 10 out of 10 for the UFC 239. Jones, Santos, Nunes, Holly Holm, Askren, Masvidal, Blachowicz, Luke Rockhold. And yeah, 1 or 2 pretty good cards in a row. Of course, I skipped the Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar, because there wasn't a strong undercard for that one. But yeah, 2 good cards in a row. Not sure if I'm going to watch the 242 in Abu Dhabi, but I will certainly give some analysis on it. I'll do predictions, of course. The co-main is Paul Felder versus Edson Barbosa 2. And yeah, 9 out of 10. Good action. Great fight by Romero Costa. And if you have thoughts on the fight itself, leave a comment, please. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on what you liked for the fights, what you think about the DC Stipe. What should DC do next? Should he retire? Should he try to get a trilogy fight against John Jones? Or should he try to win the heavyweight title back from Stipe Miocic? Just give your thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, of course, I'll be back again soon with another. Peace.